Hello everyone, hello, welcome back to the channel. And welcome, I was going to say welcome back, but this is the new digs. I'm in the attic room now. Obviously I want to move out with the missus, but we'll get there. For now, this is the new background. With all my new, well, that one's been in videos before, but just my new posters and my Beatles stuff. Anyway, today, oh, the phone screen's locked. We're going to be continuing my Prince journey. And we're going to be listening to his 1999 album, Rave Un2 Joy Fantastic, I think it's called. Is this around the time he changed his name to The Symbol? Or I might be getting that wrong. But this is the album, I believe. Yeah, because I listened to Crystal Ball, which I thought was quite good. And it's the next album. But there's two of them on Apple Music. And there's two of them. He must have released two of them. I'm going to listen to the 1999 one, and then we'll go from there. If you're wondering why I've made videos on One Night Alone, if I haven't heard these albums, it's because that album was in the record shop and I picked it up to try it, and I love One Night Alone, but that's not the point. I've seen a thing on the Prince official Facebook page. Yes, I use Facebook. They had posted the album cover, and I think they were talking about it, or was it an anniversary? No, it couldn't have been. They were talking about the album, and then in the comments, people either hated it or they loved it, which led me to go online and look it up and see whether people loved it or not. And it seems like a very mixed, it's got mixed reviews, at least from my understanding, where some people love it, some people don't think it's very good. And a lot of people were saying that maybe I should listen to the second one, but we'll see. I had hell on earth trying to post those two 12-inch singles videos, and the second one isn't even the whole video. I just gave up and posted what I could. It was an absolute nightmare. But anyway, I'm going to go and listen to Prince's Rave Un2 Joy, and I'll let you know what I think. See you in a moment. I loved this album. I thought it was brilliant. You know, it's no Purple Rain or Under the Cherry Moon, which I consider his best album. Wink, wink. But it's very reminiscent. My first thought was that it made me think of Sign of the Times, his 80s album, which is not, but it's a really good thing for Sign of the Times, because like I said in my review for that album, it felt very ahead of its time. Prince was very ahead of its time releasing that album. I don't know whether I'm alone on that, but at least like the instrumentals and the sounds and styles definitely reminded me of Sign of the Times. Now obviously this was 1988. That's probably wrong. No, I think it's 1988 that album came out. I'm probably wrong. But that was getting into the sort of 90s sound, and this album is quintessentially 90s. That drum box sound, which was famous on most like 90s pop music, is definitely here. And although it's like, there are some great guitar riffs and even some harmonica that is laced into these tracks, that 90s drum box, I keep calling it a drum box, it's a drum machine. A drum machine is like the main star of the show. With Prince's vocals are on form again. I mean, I wasn't expecting his vocals not to be. Prince is one of the best vocalists of all time, and I will not take a no to that. You know, if you don't believe that, then you either haven't listened to Prince or you're lying. That's at least what I think. And some of these songs really stood out to me. I mean, I've got some notes here. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I love the guitar on the opening track, and the beat on Undisputed, which was the second song, was very low down, very, very groovy and punchy. I loved that. And then The Greatest Romance Ever is really funky, and that was one of the songs that really stood out to me. I'm not going to say it's one of his best songs, but that's one of the best songs on this album by a long shot. So Far Pleased with Gwen Stefani, that was a good song. I must admit, I haven't really listened to much of any Gwen Stefani stuff, but their vocal harmonies on the song were great. And again, the grooves, I mean, I'm a big fan of 90s music, and just the grooves on that song were brilliant. The song at the end of the album, Pretty Man, was one that really stood out to me, and I like the end, where it's like the German word for Prince-like, which is funny. And I like how someone rings him up and he says, yes, I'm the pretty man. But the one song that stood out to me most is Every Day is a Winding Road. That was brilliant. The instrumental on that song is one of the best I've heard out of a 90s pop song, and in my mind it is the best song on the album. And it's definitely, if you haven't heard that song, it's definitely worth a listen in its own right. Prince, everything about that the song was a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. It was brilliant. But the album, I've got my little notes here. The album reached number 18 on the Billboard 200 and number 8 on the Billboard Top R&B Albums chart. So number 18, I don't know whether that would be typical. I haven't seen like how well his albums were doing at the time, but I don't know, I would thought it would have been number 1, but I don't know. It was good, and I can't remember, my short-term memory is terrible, but I'm not sure if I said, but the second album, or the one that's very similar, is just a remix album of this one. Now, if you're a big Prince fan, and you know that that second one's really good, then you can comment down below and I'll give it a listen. But otherwise I might skip it and move on to his next project. But yeah, I loved it. And Every Day is a Winding Road is the one song that really stands out and that I'm definitely going to be adding to my playlist. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're a Prince fan like me, definitely leave a comment down below and we can have a chat. I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.